Hello and welcome to the Diva of Days of Our Lives. This is Carrie, us on Twitter at Diva of DOOL, Facebook Diva Days of Our Lives, Instagram Diva _of _DOOL, and YouTube Diva of DOOL 541. And if you want to join us and call in, you have to start an account at Riverside in a few minutes here. See if I can put that link up on social media. And if you don't want to be on video, that's totally fine. We're totally cool with talking to a black screen, right, Anna?
That's right. I have
With a
special
little A in the
circumstances.
middle.
Yeah.
You get an eye test while you're here. You can see the
Amazing.
A. And if you're in the witness protection program like I am, then it's even more acceptable that you don't have, you come incognito.
Yes.
Do we have our voice altering?
No, not yet. No. Yeah, I'm waiting for the filters too, because I got pimples all over my forehead and I can't hide them this week. All right, Anna, where can we find you on Twitter?
At Kazi Hooch on Twitter and Instagram.
All right, Marianne with her game-winning goal shot behind.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. Yeah, you can find me at mama_hooch on X, and I'm also on Facebook and Instagram.
and Jen. Where can we
Hey,
find-
I'm at IXJDK at Twitter.
Hey, righty. I wanted to start off though with something not about days. Well, first, like while we were discussing before the show started, I hope everybody listened to what we said last week and actually watched the men's hockey game because that was phenomenal. So
Yep, that was awesome.
that was really awesome. So hopefully there's gonna be more hockey fans now because of the men's and women's teams both winning gold. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be kids going out or girls going out for hockey more so
yeah.
than men, I think. Yeah.
Mhm.
I've never understood some of the rules. I just knew what you had to do to score. But man, watching, I mean, it's not the first time I've ever watched hockey, but I just haven't been that big of a fan of it. But man, watching those guys at the highest levels and the sheer athleticism. I mean, I wouldn't even be able to skate normally on skates, much less do all the things they do on
And
skates.
you got to
Right.
skate backwards. Yeah. Backwards, forwards. Yeah.
Impressive, just impressive.
Hmm. Yeah, they were both exciting games. I mean, down to the wire.
Yes.
Yep. Overtimes.
Then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Congrats to the men's and women's gold medal hockey teams.
All right. Well, I wanted to discuss Lisa Rinna because she
got a tell-all book, huh? I got to get that book.
well,
Jen suddenly can't hear. She's like, "Oh wait, I think I'm losing my connection."
Oh, I saw that today. I couldn't believe it. How she went public with that.
do you want to go ahead and start with that
With
story?
a lot of stuff.
The Kelka Kelly stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've known a lot of bad things about him before anyway.
You know, I never heard too much bad when he was on Another World, though.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty quiet on Another World. Yeah.
And then he went to General Hospital, too. He was there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot he was on Another World. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was following
right.
Another World. Yeah. Yeah. So Lisa basically said he was the worst person to work with, period, in her entire career. And he was verbally abusive. And they said too when he was let go, Christian Alfonso needed security
And
afterwards,
Serge,
and Lisa too.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. It was pretty awful. And well, she was also on Traitors. The Traitors finale and the reunion aired on Thursday. So spoilerish, Lisa didn't win. And she was a traitor though, so I was feeling pretty good about her because she left a bad taste in my mouth after she left Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but she was so freaking nasty the last season, like awful. Actually, the last 2 seasons she was terrible. So she kind of redeemed herself, and then her book came out. You better believe I'm going to talk about it, which I think that was a line she used on Beverly Hills. And so that came out about Robert Kelly, but what she said about the Real Housewives really pissed me off. She said Garcelle Beauvais, Denise Richards, and Sutton Strack were all narcissists, which I could see that maybe about Sutton, but not Garcelle or Denise Richards. And poor Denise is going through a horrible divorce.
Aren't they all narcissists?
Yeah, obviously to a certain extent, but I would say
I would
Garcelle
say.
and Denise probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, and because Lisa was exposing Denise for allegedly having an affair with Brandy Glanville. And what was gross about Lisa on Real Housewives is she was real life friends with Garcelle and Denise, had known them since the 1990s, and she threw them both under the bus. And like with Denise in particular, she would go back on the bus, turn the bus on, and run her over and run her and reverse her. And I mean, basically what happened was Denise's first year, she was very popular. And then when that happens, the Mean Girls gun for you on season 2. So she had Kyle Richards after her, Erica maybe a little bit, but Brandy Glanville and Rinna really went after her. And you would think, that's your friend in real life. You wouldn't go after your friend in real life. So yeah, and Ev is all about whether or not Denise cheated on her husband with Brandy Glanville. But then she's still good friends with Lisa's still good friends with Erica Jane, and Erica owes $25 million to orphans and widows. Still.
Damn.
Yeah. So, but apparently she doesn't think Erica is a narcissist who married a man 30 years older than her, and he's a lawyer and basically stole money, retainer money, and settlement money. He stole the money from his clients, and she spent $25 million of it. And yeah, and they're still all these years later.
Spend $25 million.
Well, she had
How do you spend $1 million? God.
She had a pop star dance career. So the money she was spending was going towards costumes and going on tour and releasing singles and all that stuff. Yeah, that's basically it went to her career. And her career was pretty much fake because no one heard of her until she was on Real Housewives. But
they never heard of her.
No, she was, I guess, allegedly pretty good on the dance charts or whatever, but like no one really heard of her. So yeah, so that's how she spent $25 million. And the trustees are suing her, and some of her costume designers are suing her. And I believe Girardi Keese, her husband's law firm, is also suing her. He like literally transferred money into her account from the retainer money and settlement money, like directly. Like it's not debatable that the money went to her and she spent it. So, but she's not a narcissist, though, according to Lisa Rinna. So it's like I'm annoyed now with Lisa.
I live such a boring life.
I know.
Wouldn't last 2 seconds on that show.
Me either.
They would kill me. Oh, God. Let me out of here.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Jennifer Tilly's been on the last few years, and she's delightful. And so far, no one's gotten into a fight with her in about 3 years. So you can float by, but she's a friend of. So they do kind of take it easy on the friend stuff. But yeah, when you're full time, then they really been after you. Which I still don't think they would do that to Jennifer Tilly, because she's too sweet. Never really liked Jennifer. All right.
Can I ask you a question first? Kyle Richardson, is that the same one from Little House?
Yeah, Kyle was on Little House, and her other sister was Kim.
Okay, so I know who she was now.
I didn't realize Kyle Richardson was. Wait, yeah, I didn't realize Kyle Richards. I didn't realize she was on Little House on the Prairie. I knew her. I remember her sister Kim.
I think they adopted her and her brother.
No.
Was that her? Was that the girl? She played Alicia. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Edwards' daughter.
Okay.
Mr. Edwards' daughter.
Interesting, because I remember Kim. Because Kim played Escape from Witch Mountain. She was in some of the Disney movies.
Okay.
Kim. Okay. Well,
Man, that was like one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You're thinking of Missy Francis.
No,
Missy Francis and one of the adopted might have been.
Yeah, she was adopted with Jason Bateman.
Okay. Oh, is that who? I remember those. Yeah. Because I watched that show all the time.
Yeah.
Reruns. Yeah. Yeah. They're doing a reboot of it too, which Rachel's in that. She's playing Laura. Yeah. So that's weird.
Yeah.
Robert Kelker Kelly, did he ever get arrested for anything or no? He just was accused. Nothing. Okay.
Actually, didn't one of you guys say he's a pilot now?
Yeah. Last I heard, he was a pilot.
Yeah.
Just was in trouble.
Yep. All righties. And let's start with this week. The week started with Johnny giving Bonnie the news. They are going to publish this book, and Johnny actually read it. So If it ends up being a bomb, they can legit blame it on Johnny.
How uncomfortable Bonnie made him.
Yeah. Maybe it'll backfire in Titan and it'll be a success for Dimera.
You think
That could be. I don't know.
Filter. No filter.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, so Judy Evans was having such a great time with it,
Oh,
too.
man. I love her.
The fur handcuffs.
Yeah,
she wants to give them away.
And she
and
won
cookies.
edible handcuffs, and she was also talking about something else that was bondage and something about her and Justin on top of the washing machine.
And then that she wanted Sweet Baby to make edible
Yeah, handcuff cookies.
handcuff.
Well, hopefully we get to see those. I want to see those. Yeah, that might actually be a fun book party as opposed to Stephanie's. That was a little boring.
Yeah.
So I think Justin and Bonnie were going to go over the contract. Then Alex came in and said him and Stephanie eloped. And for some reason, he never told Justin that he was engaged or married. They read the website that they were getting married that day.
Announcement, yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't tell Justin. That's a little weird.
For Justin, always the last to know.
Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, and, can you, even if you're having like a fake wedding, when you still have like the parents involved and have them show up to make it look a little bit more legit. So, yeah, I mean, Justin's totally clueless. And then Justin was talking about adoption, and Bonnie goes, oh, when there's adoption, sometimes, pregnancy happens. And when Johnny was in the room, and Johnny confessed that Chanel's pregnant. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by the time they actually get around to announcing the baby that they're pregnant officially, everybody's gonna know, because every time there's a conversation, and I mean, it's fine. I don't really care, but it's kind of funny because he's like, well, we haven't told everybody yet, but and they've told like 20 people.
Yep.
I mean, it's fine. It's just kind of cute. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, she's 3 months along now. That's usually when you start telling people. So you're usually
But
out
she
of the
seems like she's having problems. I don't know. I guess they say it's normal, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I hope they don't have her lose the baby, but
Yeah.
I don't know why they keep showing that.
Yeah, it was twice last week she was in pain. So, and that happened. That was a little concerning too, because that happened after she heard the heartbeat with Sarah, and she recorded
Yes.
it, and played it for Johnny at the end of the week. So that kind of made me sad. So I'm like, well, what if she does lose the baby, but she still has the heartbeat, recorded? All right. So my least favorite storyline. Who wants to talk about what happened to Stephanie this week?
No
Wake
thanks.
me up when it's over.
Yes, please rescue her. Get her out of there. Yeah.
Please, whatever will make her stop screaming or breathing heavily.
So,
whatever.
I can't wait for everybody to eat crow and just apologize to Jeremy when they find out that it's not Jeremy, when everyone was.
Yeah.
Except there for a little bit, for a while, they kind of like finally Steve and Jada and Brady kind of, well, what if it isn't Jeremy?
Right.
So.
Yeah, and you notice it's Brady?
Brady's the one with the brain trust. Brain trust Brady.
He says, well,
it's
really
well,
maybe
sad.
it isn't because, you didn't see, because it wasn't, because somebody spotted Jeremy after the fact, in the town square after she was kidnapped. Yeah. But they said all this evidence points to him. Well, don't you think somebody probably could be, they never thought of that. Somebody could be, knows about him and Stephanie and is framing him and setting all this stuff up, because one obviously must have dressed as the doctor during the Halloween thing.
I have a question, because I saw Mondays, about half of Tuesdays, and then Fridays. And I was trying to figure out, was Jeremy actually did he actually find Stephanie?
Yes.
He did. But, but before that, she was dreaming. He came in, it looked like he came in and you'd think, okay, he's the kidnapper. But he did take her gag off. And then we see her then at the very end of that same day, she had her gag back on, and it's like she woke up real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she was dreaming that at first.
We find her, though. Do we know?
Well, we don't, that's the thing that's kind of confusing is we don't know how he found her unless he had her phone. So did Owen, when he kidnapped her, did she drop it and he found it? I don't know. And did he track her through the cell phone? Through her cell phone? Because he has Stephanie's cell phone. So I don't know.
Well,
but they said his cell phone was Jeremy's cell phone tracking turned off, or was Stephanie's turned off? See, I can't remember that. That's what's confusing.
I don't know, but that was interesting because at first I was like, is she imagining this? And then it was like, then Owen walks in. I'm like,
yeah. Then I thought she was maybe dreaming again when Jeremy came in. I said, oh, they're going to go through this again, but no, he's going to end up probably being the hero. Well, I guess maybe he gets tied up then too, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess they're both going to be.
He'll be blamed at first and probably shot by the Salem.
Yeah. The whole time she's there screaming, I'm there, oh, shut up. It reminds me of Sammy. She's there like, and then I guess she got all bloody because you could see the blood around the thing, and she's there. She finally got out of them herself.
Yeah.
She's screaming.
I did like how she had those thoughts of hearing her parents' advice.
Yep.
That was cool. Like things heard.
She heard their voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Different kinds of advice, and just like I thought that was cool.
But now they have almost Julie convinced now, or Steve had Julie convinced that because he came and told Julie about it.
I know the other question I was going to ask. Another brain trust on, I think it was Monday's episode. He runs into EJ and thanks him for the gift. And EJ's like, what gift? Did Alex pursue that later? Did he go to the house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and EJ did too.
Okay. So did they figure out that the guy's eavesdropping on them?
Yep.
Yeah. They found the bug in the picture. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. No, EJ found the bug.
Wow.
EJ did. Yeah.
So was EJ not the professional detective?
Yeah.
Of 50 years, nor gotcha.
Yeah.
Nor the current police commissioner.
And it's so funny, like even I'm on these online sites that I'm on, nobody remembers Owen. Nobody.
Me either.
I did not either. Jen, if you didn't remember,
nope.
You usually
and
know
really, I was shocked. He does not look like Wes Ramsey either. I was shocked at how his look, like he looked really evil. But I mean, it just kind of surprised me.
Was he on that long back then? Or was this I
don't know. He was on General Hospital.
Was that before the Touch My Thigh?
Yeah, he played Anna, supposedly Anna's son, but then it turned out to be, I just found this out recently. He ended up being.
I remember him, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was he, Alex's son?
What was that?
Anna had a twin sister.
Yeah, the twin sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't know that part. A friend of mine told me that this week. But
that came out on All My Children, when she was on All My Children.
So when was Owen on? I didn't even go back. Was this before the Touch My Thighs? Was this when Stephanie first came on?
I don't remember Owen at all.
I don't remember.
I try and forget Touch My Thighs.
Touch My Thighs. I know. What was the name? Was it Touch the Sky? Is that what it was?
Touch the Sky.
Yeah.
Was that the hour? Okay.
I know. I started calling it Touch the.
Yeah, that was Anna.
Touch My
Anna and
Thighs.
her.
Yeah. Touch My Thighs. And then it was the dead rapist in the water heater storyline.
Yeah, so that's, I guess now I don't know who's going to find them or how they're going to, but now they're starting to think, well, maybe it wasn't Jeremy.
And Susan Banks was one of the people that called in a tip.
Yeah.
That was funny. Yes. I was like, they're like,
chattering.
why is Susan Banks
Yeah.
And it said something like, her teeth are chattering, which was true. She wasn't outside, but she was cold.
It was cold wherever
she's like, remember, I'm the one that predicted that this was going to happen to her back in October.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically they were going to go with their plan, and Stephanie was in Kayla's office, and to me the highlight of the week was Officer Hansen.
Yep.
Oh my.
Oh.
Why can't we have him?
I was going to say, can he guard me?
Yeah.
Night shift?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he went to go in the hallway, I would have been like, no, you stay here with me.
Yep.
And he was like, Kayla was like, well, the bathroom's down the hall and coffee's around the corner and so, and he's like, oh, I'm not leaving her
And
side.
still Owen got the slip on him. Big guy.
Yeah.
Big guy like that. And he still knocked him out.
Yeah,
or whatever he had. Some kind of drug.
Yeah, so the whole thing is confusing. So Sarah tested him, and it turned out he was drugged. What happened was Kayla went to this one exam room, and she found him there, basically knocked out. And so Sarah tested him. Yeah, he was drugged. She said no blunt force trauma. So, and then she said it was with a drug that you can't find in the United States.
Yeah.
Which was weird.
Yeah. And then with that drug, when Brady was in the police station, they were saying, well, he's a science teacher. Maybe he made it himself. There, Brady, I don't know about that. Yeah, really? They were just throwing things out there trying to figure out.
It's a fifth grade science teacher.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Stephanie was in Kayla's office, and while the very hot Officer Hansen was basically knocked out, I guess, what's his face? I can't remember his name now. Owen came in with some test tubes, and he, I guess it's like he chloroformed her, he knocked her out. And we really don't know where the hell he put her, how he got through everybody. They're saying nothing got caught on camera. So that's weird. We don't know what happened, how Jeremy got her phone, because I'm assuming the last place she had the phone was in Kayla's office.
Right. Yeah.
While this was going on, Jeremy, though, was still at the school. And they said he disappeared when the cops showed up, and he snuck out the bathroom window and then walked to the square wearing a hoodie. So this whole thing is confusing me. So how did he end up with Stephanie's phone from the school, walking into the square?
Unless Owen went through the square. Do you think they'll tie up loose ends? I hope they show a flashback of what happened.
Yeah, and
that's what's confusing everyone.
Yeah, and we don't know how he found her.
No, we don't know how he tracked her there. No.
Jeremy found her. Yeah.
Is it just sloppy writing?
Yeah.
Or do they have a...
Owen tossed the phone somewhere.
And Jeremy found it in the square.
But why wouldn't he turn it in, though? I mean, you would think he would have gotten a clue by now that she was kidnapped.
You would think, but...
And why didn't he just go to the cops? Well, I can see why he would go to the cops. They wouldn't have believed him anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions going on there.
Yes.
Well, I have to say, I'm getting a little annoyed with Kayla. At this point, I think EJ should fire her. She's so mouthy. Like, okay, all right, Stephanie got kidnapped. Okay, how is that EJ's fault? Salem PD was there.
Unless he cut back on security.
That's what he said. He cut back on security, but that's not his fault. The Officer Hansen.
They had a cop right there.
Yeah. So I understand her getting upset, but that was a little ridiculous. All right. Oh yeah. The spoilers for next week. Yeah, still by Friday. Stephanie's trying to escape.
Oh.
Yeah.
Another whole week.
Another whole week of this. So yep. Anybody have anything else about Stephanie? No.
Just find her already and get her back with Alex.
I have a tune out when we start having long drawn out. I mean, the thing that made the crypt interesting, the Numeric crypt interesting, was the people that were in it and the interplay between them.
Yes, so all the Damaras together.
Yeah, that saves that one.
Yeah.
But usually when one of them's like stuck in a freezer, an industrial freezer, or tied up somewhere with, in a air conditioning duct somewhere trying to escape, whatever the last handful of them have been, I just kind of tune out. I cannot deal.
That's what the fast forward button's for.
Yeah, especially when they draw it out. If she's still captured as of next Friday, my God. And that means that either Jeremy becomes captive too. I mean,
yeah, I think.
Yeah, okay. He is too.
Well, I hate to say it, but they made me root for one of the guys he's actually been pretty nice. He's good with the kids and everything.
Yeah.
But what his history would make me definitely not want to root for him. But they've now made him extremely rootable.
Yes.
I want them
he's getting blamed for something he didn't do.
I want them to all have to apologize. And of course, Julie doesn't have the best track record of trusting people. So I can understand, I'd be shocked if Julie's like, well, I really just don't see it. He's been so good with the kids and blah, 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 blah. I could just see somebody turning around and saying, yeah, let's say Nick, Dougie, you know, like a list of your brother up until 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Doug.
Doug. Yeah.
Doug.
Julie, maybe her, you know, needs to be, you know, tuned, but she's right on this one. I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I had to say I'm disappointed with Ari this week. Yeah. She's just not learning. Well, she does get in a fight with Holly, and of course that's Holly's fault. Holly's starting to finally figure out there's something wrong with her. And basically, Ari wanted her to go out to another sorority mixer, and Holly just threw a fit. So Ari leaves, and actually, she doesn't go to the mixer. She goes to Small Bar, which has gotten a lot bigger.
is it called Bigger Bar now?
Yeah, medium sized bar.
Slightly bigger bar.
Maybe we should call it fun size bar.
Good one.
So she runs into Liam, which I'm not into this pairing either. He's got a kid who's like 10.
It's like
the dude's like in 30s, isn't he, in real life?
Yeah.
Probably late 30s, maybe.
Get out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
keep seeing Lucy Co when I see him, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
he's
the eyes.
Theo. How old's Theo?
Yes.
He's Theo's around Theo's age because they were in school
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. So
So
like,
Theo, I think Theo's younger, right? Late 20s, maybe.
yeah, I was going to peg him as late 20s. Yeah.
Well, he could be late 20s and have a 10-year-old. I mean, at
Yeah.
18 or
Yeah, that's totally possible, but Ari's still a teenager. So
Yeah.
I'm freaked out.
As far as Theo is concerned. So he's around 30-ish, I guess.
I would say around 30-ish. Yeah, maybe.
I can say they did have a little bit of chemistry. Well, first he noticed she had a fake ID. So that should have tipped him off that she's not 21.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
She could have been 16. How'd he know? She could have been 16.
Yeah.
Oh, he knew. Yeah.
Yeah. So she freaked out because Gabby came in with Philip and he kissed her to hide her from her mother.
Oh boy. Well, at least he
What
didn't
a
spill
plot thing
coffee
there.
on. At least he didn't spill coffee on her, because that's usually the first sign.
Yeah. So I thought that
Was
was
she trying to get a fake ID or something? Is that what the deal was, or what was she?
No,
She
she had a fake ID.
she
Okay.
had.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. So now he knew she was under 21 and kissed her, but I thought the kiss was cute. That was a nice little contrivance to get the two of them together. And then when Gabby sat down, they snuck out of the bar. And then Liam did have a altercation with EJ. EJ's not happy with him because he was the one who was supplying the food and water to the kidnap victims in the crypt. And I can't remember EJ.
He wants him to work for him. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants him to do a job for him.
Yeah.
Now, did EJ know about Liam before? Was he behind some of that with the crypt?
Liam brought the food and water in.
But I mean, did EJ know about all that?
I think Abe told him.
He told him.
So he didn't know about when they were kidnapped. He didn't know.
No,
Okay.
this was after they found out.
Yeah. All right. I really don't remember too much about Philip and Gabby. Anybody want to take on Gabby? I mean, I like them. I think they're cute.
Yeah, I think it was the same old thing with her and Stefan and supporting. Yeah. What was it with Philip? She said, because you supported me and I'm going to support you. What was Philip was all stressed out about the company? Is that what it was?
I think so.
I think it was Stephanie too.
Stephanie, yeah.
Oh, about Stephanie. Philip told. Yeah, okay. They found out.
He put up a reward or something for.
Okay, yeah. And then they just went out together or whatever. Yeah, I like them together, but the sad thing is, it's probably going to come out soon.
Yeah.
About what she did.
Well, I don't think it's too soon yet. They're like, I mean, they're committed, but usually that's something that breaks, when they're having a wedding at the Horton Town Square.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I still argue that shouldn't even be a big deal at this point because, I mean, he committed fraud to even get into the company and all. I just think I almost forget about it that she even did that. So
yeah. And it all worked out. So it's all worked out.
And the thing is, too, with Stephanie being kidnapped, seriously, Right Out should be flying off the shelves. For real. I mean, don't you think everybody would be buying that book to see if maybe and the first book to see if they could find some clues on who kidnapped her?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Jada was saying, that everybody should Right. Read it, right?
Yeah.
So that they could.
They got to go through all the tips, even if they're from the books.
That's what I don't understand. What's so gross is that whenever there's like a crime like this, people calling in and giving false tips. Like,
Yeah.
what
And
the
everybody
heck?
has an opinion too.
Yeah.
Like, what possesses you to do such a thing?
Tension.
Well, some people are well intentioned, but there are a lot of people out there that are just trying to get attention and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just cruel, in real life when that happens.
Lots of cruel people.
Oh yeah, it was on X with the whole Nancy Guthrie thing.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, case of
family.
A lot of people were blaming the family. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then when the cops like exonerated the family, then everybody just forgot that was their theory. It's like, I remember you said that they were. I think it was like the son-in-law and the sister-in-law.
Yeah.
I'm even thinking, I wonder if it's the son-in-law. I watched too many Datelines.
Yeah.
Just because I said, I wonder if it was the son-in-law. That's the first thing you think. And most of the time it is somebody in the family.
Yeah.
It is the closest people to them. I mean, if you watch enough Datelines, I watch them all the time.
Or Forensic Files.
Yeah, or that, it's 9 times out of 10, it's somebody they know.
Yeah.
Or Days of Our
Days, well, true.
She does know.
But it is, speaking of that, it's just the strangest, weirdest case. Weird. So.
Yeah. The Guthrie case,
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been following it pretty closely, and it's pretty sad. It's just.
Yeah, it is. Because she could be a Dateline someday.
And it's bizarre, double thing.
If they don't find her.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I just hope they do.
I don't know.
Even if, anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, I hope they do find her one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. They need closure on that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Holly and Tate, she goes to his apartment, and I felt bad for Rachel. So he was spending time with Rachel, and he told Rachel basically to go to bed.
Get out of here, kid.
Yeah, for real.
Like any big brother would say, get out of here.
Yeah, and she's trying to ignore Sophia's phone calls, and finally she answers the phone, and Rachel's like, yeah, Tate's trying to make out with Holly.
No.
Did you see Sophia's eyes?
Did you see her face?
No.
Those eyes. She does creepy so well.
Yeah.
Or crazy so well, I guess.
Yeah, that's, oh dear. Of all things. Rachel didn't need to tell her that.
No.
Nope. And Rachel wants her to give Holly her vitamins.
Yeah.
But,
Sophia? Sophia wants
Rachel to give Holly the
vitamins, which is really her antipsychotic medication.
Still go back to the thing of, I'm sorry, those suckers look like Tums, big double-sized Tums.
So obviously they look the same.
Holly has to, she can't, I mean, I say she can't be that dumb. I mean, she is Dr. Dan's daughter, but, I mean, she is actually, her character is supposed to be really smart academically. And I'm like, so she's such a big fan of these supplements that she was taking multiple times a day for months.
She doesn't even look at them.
She can't tell the difference between, she can't tell the difference between, and the ones that Sophia has stuck in her mouth and licked all over it and then stuck in. I'm just.
Maybe she wipes them off.
And I just don't see how things with all this.
I don't know. Or she just dumps them and puts them in her mouth, doesn't even look at them, I guess. I've seen her do it. I don't know. It just goes like that real quick.
I don't know, but.
Like they're candy.
Yeah, I guess. It's just annoying to me. I don't know.
And she doesn't need them either.
Yeah.
No.
Please.
So of course, it's making her psychotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, she doesn't need the supplement ones either.
Right.
And then she had her conversation with Maggie, and she more or less broke down to Maggie and told her what happened. And I was waiting for tell her to go to the doctors and get a blood test. Yeah. As soon as she gets that blood test, they're going to, come on.
They're going to
know what's in her system, that it's these drugs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why she doesn't tell her to go to the doctor. Come on, Maggie. I was waiting for Maggie to say, go to the doctors and get a blood test. But
I mean, it's a shame nobody in Holly's life has any connections to Salem University Hospital. It's a real shame. But no, the people in her life are doctors, like maybe her aunt or her grandma is on the board.
Maybe if she would have told Sarah.
Sarah could, I mean, is Sarah her aunt?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Sarah could do a blood test under the cover. Wouldn't even have to be something anybody know about.
Yeah.
Oh, so annoying.
But then they'd probably all think she was doing drugs. They'd all start accusing, Probably
but then they could but then they could logically say, well, what have you been taking? I've just been taking my supplements. Well,
then Sarah would look at the drug.
Test.
Yeah, she'd be
then
able to
I would
tell.
test the supplement and say, let's look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, but that would be
Sophia.
logical, and
that's logical.
And there wouldn't be a story stretched out for weeks on end if there was logic.
Yeah. Somebody will figure it out soon. I'm
just shocked that Brady has become the paragon of knowledge in town. And of logical thinking. I'm glad our Brady has finally grown up and put his big boy pants on.
But what happened to Steve?
And got what?
And
what happened to Steve?
I don't know what's happened to Steve. He's just, I don't know. He was never that dumb. I don't know.
Gift was walked into the room.
Old, I guess.
Considering Alex was almost poisoned by a drink that was delivered via DoorDash or whatever, you would think if a gift was left there and not left from somebody that you would automatically think would be the first person to send you a congratulations on your engagement.
Stephanie was surprised when she said EJ.
You would think somebody in that brain trust from the very beginning would have said, hey, let's check this out first. Let's make sure it doesn't have any like arsenic or what is the stuff, the white powder that
or anthrax?
Yeah.
For anthrax or something like that in it, or any like bug devices that.
What's funny too is EJ's been in town for a while now, and he's never actually given Stephanie a gift for engagement. So
never even said anything. The thing that's funny too is Stephanie works for him, and yet she never said, by the way, thank you so much for that gift. That was so thoughtful. It took Alex bumping into him after she's already kidnapped. So, oh well.
Speaking of EJ, Theo told Abe and Marlena he's going to go back to work soon. And Abe actually gets upset and leaves their apartment and goes straight to EJ. And he's like, is our deal still on about keeping Johnny in as CEO?
I don't know. Abe, shame on him. Yeah. I mean, what he says about the DeMiras, well, he's just kind of being as bad as the DeMiras. He's in cahoots with him against his son, going behind his back. Yeah.
I mean, I understand it, but Theo is a grown man.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
But in Abe's defense, though, Theo did just get kidnapped and got injured.
He's acting like a father, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, pretty soon he's going to wrap Theo up in bubble wrap, and Kayla probably will do the same thing for Stephanie whenever they find her.
Yeah.
But, that's the second time Stephanie's been kidnapped. Was she kidnapped at a baby or anything?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
Or Kayla was kidnapped while she was pregnant with her. I think.
Yeah, I remember that. She was in jail, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Prison.
And this is like a normal family thing. I understand it. I get it. Steve and Kayla are like, oh yeah, Trip and Joey are so upset. They want to fly home and everything. And I was like, maybe they should spend more time with their sister while she's not kidnapped.
Yeah.
Well, why don't they?
We haven't seen either one of them in a couple of years, So.
No.
And then at one point, Kayla calls him before they know she's kidnapped and all. And she's like, I think we should sign up for Mandarin language, some sort of class or whatever. Well, she just gave him that for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So there's a continuity issue there.
I forgot about that.
Because that's what she surprised him with, was Mandarin lessons, because he wants to learn before Chip and Wendy's wedding. And so then this week she calls him. She's like, I have an idea. We should take a Mandarin class together or something. Now, it would be one thing if she said, you know what, I decided, I know I gave that to you for Valentine's Day, but I think I want to do that with you if you're okay with that. I think it would be fun for us to practice together and stuff. I mean, that would have been continuity.
Yeah.
But this was like a bright idea that she just came up with. And I'm like, you just gave this gift to him a week ago. Anyway, so the continuity person that doesn't exist was definitely not in the office that week.
No.
They're never in the office.
Nope.
There's so many.
That's why I said the continuity person that doesn't exist.
That and the history person
was definitely not.
So, Anna, do you want to tell us about your favorite duo, Leo and Dim?
Well, from what I saw, Leo's trying to be really good and true to Javi. And they agreed that he would, because I guess they're stuck there, or at least Dim is stuck there in Alamainia. And so he's sleeping on the bed and Dim's on the floor. And of course, I guess didn't Dimitri have some sort of nightmare and conveniently ended up in bed with Leo or something?
Yeah.
Leo's like, how did that happen? And then he kind of made a joke after they talked for a while. And he's like, okay, I'll get back on the floor or whatever. And he said something about boundaries or borders. He goes, I'm going to make sure that border isn't, he made some funny comment. It was just cute. Like, you're not going to, break through again or something like that. It was funny. So then I guess, Leo gets all riled up. And so then he can't go back to sleep. And so he's like, maybe if I read some about my boring Salemites, I'll get, I'll be able to fall asleep. And he sees that Stephanie's been kidnapped. And of course, he's like, oh my gosh, Chadwick. And he's friends with Stephanie. He's like, and oh my gosh, Chadwick, I wonder if he knows because he's on the road. And he didn't say, well, he's on the road, but he just said, wonder if he knows. And he goes, oh my gosh, everyone probably knows now. And he's like, I can't believe this. He starts immediately packing to head back home. And Dim is kind of like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I've got to go home. Stephanie's my friend, Chadwick's going to be upset about this, all this. And he's like, I've got to be there. I've just got to do something. I've got to use my stellar investigative reporting and skills to see if I can help. And Dim is kind of standing there like, what am I, a chopped liver? And he says something, and he says, well, Stephanie's my friend. And he goes, well, what does that make me? Because you're ready to leave me. And I was like, oh, Dim actually had a good point.
Yeah.
But that was a good line. And so Leo was kind of like, and I don't remember how they left that. How did they? I forget how that whole conversation ended. He still
I think
decided
he's staying, right? He decided to stay.
Yeah, I guess he said, yeah, you're right. I need to be here for you. And he goes, I don't want to leave you here by yourself either, so.
It was kind of more like Leo realized if he goes back home, he's going to be arrested.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
So and Dim's the one who kind of told him that, or kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, like Dim was kind of like gloating a little bit, like, haha, you're stuck with me. And so it seemed like Dimitri wasn't really anxious to go home at all. He was totally cool with staying in Alamainia.
Oh no, he loves it.
Yeah, he wants to
He's loving this.
Yeah. So I think is it just me? I don't remember Leo and Stephanie being friends.
I didn't either. But then was it from
because he's a reporter, I think, and
I guess from the paper.
The paper.
He covered
soap within the soap.
Yeah, he was in with that.
Well, I guess so. But you're right. I didn't
in that with Stephanie.
It didn't automatically occur to me that they were BFFs, though, and I was like, "Wait, is he friends with Stephanie?" And then I kind of remembered that they did have at least a professional working relationship at different times. But yeah,
he was the writer.
It's not just you. It stopped me for a minute too.
Yeah, and Marianne, tell us about Marlena and Kayla. They had some nice scenes on Friday.
They did. Okay. Marlena and Kayla. She was talking to her about Stephanie, right?
And Jeremy.
And it seemed like, Kayla got a little, if I can remember right, Kayla got a little snippy with her. Oh, yeah. Like, because I think Marlena was kind of defending Jeremy. Well, maybe he didn't do it. And what do you mean? Yeah. So I don't know. Did they talk about anything else? I do remember that.
Marlena kind of made the comment like, well, think about the kind of family he's from and all, which that's such a, whatever.
Yeah, well, like the Hortons don't have.
We have a long list of people we could say, what about Nick? What about
right?
Yeah, and the same with Marlena's family too.
Yeah, just
really?
her own children. Her own children are degenerates.
Children are crazy.
So that was a funny defense, but she did legitimately say, well, all I know is Rachel is always talking about him, the positive, good things, and he's been there for her, and he seems to truly kids. She says, so I see him from that perspective, aside from the family that he came from. I don't know if she intimated that she had done some therapy with him or just in talking with him. She said it sounded to me. She says, I know,
and just from knowing Julie too.
I know he's her daughter, and that's totally understandable for you to feel this way about him. But she says, in terms of what he's done. It seems like he's done a lot of work on himself, and he's really seems to have truly changed. So that's where she was coming from, and Kayla's like, which I understand as a
she
mother.
got wrong.
Yeah.
She's and they're all whipped up and convinced as Jeremy this whole time.
Yeah.
But anyway.
There's so many people that have to apologize to him.
Yeah. But they won't.
You can also turn that on Marlena, just like they could Julie. Like, well, your judgment, even though you're a professional and you're really good at your job, you've also had a few missteps in the trust department.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so
saying he didn't fit the profile made no sense. He was an ex of hers. He was an abusive ex of hers.
Right.
He absolutely fits in the profile.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that, because honestly, there aren't too many ex-domestic abusers out there.
Right.
This is something that they keep doing, and it keeps escalating. I don't know too many people who said, I saw the light and I stopped hitting my wife. Like, that really doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of therapy and a lot of, and it probably is like 10% of them, 20% maybe actually improve. But I mean, I didn't know what the real statistic is, but it's probably not very.
And they did all these little things were adding up, pointing towards him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, so there was some comment. Oh, that made me think, and then I lost the thought. I can't remember it now.
Was it about Jeremy or was it about Marlena and Kayla?
Yeah, it was about Jeremy in that whole discussion. Now I can't remember. I don't know. It was a fleeting thought.
Yeah, so to me, there's not too many candidates for Diva of the Week. So yeah.
You like
I was
Holly?
thinking Holly, but then again, she's on the drugs, so I
it's not
can't
really her. It's not really her.
It's not really her fault, but she was. If she wasn't, she was acting like a diva. Dimitri and Leo, but they're always divas. So it doesn't matter.
Leo's a fun diva.
Yeah.
So I don't know there. Kayla maybe.
Abe to be a diva.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abe could be a diva for what he did.
I haven't seen those scenes yet, but I say just
for what he did. Yeah.
I'm saying I think because there's no medium speed when it comes to the topic Demira for him. It's always they're the worst. Is always, and again he's justified in feeling that way.
Yeah.
Right.
What's really bizarre, though, is thinking about how he's in cahoots with EJ. That's crazy enough. But then EJ's actually trying to bring his ex-wife back to life.
Yes.
It's the even more bizarre part of this whole thing. I don't know. Anyway.
And is she going to be a good Lexi or a bad Lexi? I have a feeling she's going to be more like a Demira Lexi.
Yeah. Gonna be bad.
Which is going to add some, be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Abe did leave the apartment in a huff, too. So that was a bit of a diva move, too.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even like, hey, I need to go get some milk or something. Now he just, got up and left.
And he's been to Paulina lately with, in the last few months with all the Theo, like, supporting him to go to Demira and stuff. And he's like, I just thought I was being a supportive stepmom, Yeah. That would be my idea for the diva movie. Or nomination, I guess I should say.
All right. I think we'll give it to Mr. Carr. So next week, the spoilers, there's discussion over the pod with Dr. Rolf, Gwen, and EJ. Sarah and Maggie, it sounds like they're talking about Holly, but Sarah made a comment about someone using again, so I'm assuming they're talking about Holly. And Melinda's back, and she's with Sophia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was all the promo for this week.
Oh, that should be good. I like it when Melinda's
I like
back.
Melinda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Stephanie is still kidnapped by Friday.
Ugh.
Or maybe we'll only see her on Friday.
Yeah, maybe they won't be. That storyline won't be every day. I hope she's not. We're not going to see her every day.
I'm pretty sure it's Monday too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll have to. Yeah, start over Monday from what ended Friday.
Yeah. With the cliffhanger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know what I was going to ask earlier, real quick. On the Halloween outfit, the scientist or whatever, and then you have the knife.
Mm-hmm.
They made it look like it was like Jeremy back when it happened. It looked like Jeremy was about to stab Alex when he got hit by the pumpkin. So are they thinking they can track that a costume like that was bought and that they somehow think Jeremy's the one that bought that? But was it really Owen that was in the outfit, in that costume?
I think he was there too.
They both had one. They both had the same.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I was
so.
listening to that scene again because Jada and Steve were going through the footage. And yeah, they recognized it was Jeremy's clothes, but I don't think they actually saw his face.
Yeah, but they were like, "That's him. That we've got him dead to rights and stuff." And I'm like,
yeah.
Wait a minute, though. Did you get him? Do you see his face on camera?
No.
Because I almost think that was Owen, but they made us think it was Jeremy.
Yeah.
Right.
And maybe they both had the same, maybe Owen intentionally got the same. Who knows? I don't know if he even knew Jeremy existed, but
I think he was stalking Jeremy too to frame him. You know what I mean?
Well,
To put all these clues and to make it look like it was, so they would think it was Jeremy.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he did that website too, put in his name that Jeremy was the owner of the website.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. So he is setting him up. That's right.
Yeah.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Pretty sneaky. Pretty sneaky for a character none of us remember.
I know.
Really? After all these years of watching, don't remember.
You
snuck right underneath the radar, but none of us remember you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Nothing memorable.
No wonder Stephanie kicked him to the curb. He was that boring.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they went through. They talked about they were hinting Joy was back and was talking. She left town.
That would have been better, I think.
Yeah.
That would.
Yeah.
They talked about Bobby Everett, and that would have been better. Yeah. So no, we get that no one remembers. All right. Anybody have anything else before we wrap it up?
No.
Okay.
All right. So we just
Okay.
Yep.
All
right.
Good.
All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you
Good
so
night.
much.
Good night.
Take care.
Sweet dreams.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.